Hey everybody, how's it going? Sorry I haven't been doing this for a few days. I've had things going on and all that. But okay, we're gonna do chapter 11, the Tower of Babel of Genesis, chapter 11. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shirar, and they dwelt there. And they said to one another, Go, let us make brick and burn them through. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they had they for mortar. And they said, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men built. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they began to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. Let us go down, and there confused their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the ground, of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of the earth, of all the earth. These are the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old and begat Arphax, and Arphax had 2 years after the flood. And Shem lived after he begat Arphaxad 500 years and begat sons and daughters. And Arphaxad lived 530 years and begat Selah. And Arphaxad, whatever his name, lived after he begat Selah 403 years and begat sons and daughters. And Selah lived 30 years and begat Eber. And Selah lived after he begat Eber 403 years and begat sons and daughters. And Eber lived 430 years and begat Peleg. And Eber lived after he begat Peleg 430 years and begat sons and daughters. And Peleg lived 30 years and begat Reuel. And Peleg lived after he begat Reuel 209 years and begat sons and daughters. And Reuel lived 230 years and begat Serug. And Reuel lived after he begat Serug 207 years and begat sons and daughters. And Serug lived 30 years and begat Nahor. And Serug lived after he begat Nahor 200 years and begat sons and daughters. And Nahor lived 9 and lived after he begat 9 and 20 years and begat Terah. And Nahor lived after he begat Terah and 119 years and begat sons and daughters. And Terah lived 70 years and begat Abram. Nahor, and Haran. Now these are the generations of Terah. Terah began Abram, Nahor, and Haran. And Haran began Lot, and Haran died before his father Terah in the land of his native in Ur of the Chaldees. And Abram and Nahor took them wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife was Micah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Micah, and the father of Ishkar. But Sarai was barren, and she had no children, or no child. And Terah took Abram, his son, and Lot, the son of Haran, and Haran, his son's son, and Sarai, his daughter-in-law, his son Abram's wife, and they went forth with them from Ur of the Chaldees to go into the land of Canaan, and they came unto Haran, and dwelt there. And the days of Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran. Okay. That was chapter 11 of Genesis. Hope you guys enjoyed it. God bless.